So we watched the Super Bowl last night, or almost all of it, at my mom's house. We went to visit her yesterday, and we mostly, honestly, watched it for the trailers that we would see for new movies and the commercials, and the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. Kelly and I were both very excited to see whether we both felt like he would, but we wanted to see how he would perform. They Not Like Us, and it was spectacular. It was incredibly symbolic, and I think there are plenty of people who've done a better job of breaking down all of the symbolism and what the performance was trying to mean. So go check that out. But here's what I wanted to point out: my mom, who watched it with us, was clearly not getting it. She did not enjoy the performance, and my mom is not unhip. My mom is not old and stuffy. She's listened to quite a lot of rap in her time, even. But it occurred to me that the culture that has raised Kendrick Lamar to the pinnacle. I mean, he's a Pulitzer Prize winner. He is a Grammy winner now, I think multiple times this year. He won for that song effectively and the album behind it. But also, it's incredibly popular. Like, he sold a bajillion albums. So, anyway, that culture is totally separate from the culture that my mother inhabits, honestly. And it's no fault of her own. It's just the nature of culture these days. There is no monoculture. I mean, there are TV networks, but it doesn't matter like it did even in my own youth. And it never will again. It's a good thing, honestly, mostly. Like, we all get to enjoy much more art and a greater, wider expression of art. And we can find the art that tickles us particularly and lean more into it and support more of that. It's a great thing. There's so much TV to watch. There's so many great movies. There's so many wonderful books to read. But it also means that there won't ever be a Super Bowl halftime show that we all agree on anymore. There's no artist that would excite someone under 30 years old that would also excite my mother. There are only a few that would excite the folks under 30 years old that my mother would even know. And again, she's not tragically unhip or old. This is just the way things are. So if you didn't like the Kendrick Lamar halftime show, that's fine. It wasn't for you. And that's okay too. There'll be a halftime show in the future that's not for me or isn't for quite so many of those young people. But if you're over 40, there probably won't really be one for you again. I'm sorry.